Hi, hello. This is a re-record of the intro because I've just been editing the video, and my intro was terrible because I kept looking at my notes on my screen and it's annoying me, so I'm re-recording this. This will be the last video of 2025, where I'm just gonna talk about my reflections a bit on this year and kind of my career journey thing so far, and then talk about what I want to do next year, what my focus is going to be and everything. If you want to read this rather than watch me, which is understandable, you can sign up to my newsletter or just read it on my Substack. I don't know if you need to be signed up to read it on Substack. I don't think so. I think anyone can read it, but a sign up to my newsletter would be muchly appreciated. And with that, I will leave you with the rest of the video. Yeah, hope you enjoy it. So I have a whole rant on the newsletter and things about my online store, the difficulty of shipping right now, and how I feel about running an online store and everything like that. So if you do again want to read that, go read that over there. But basically in 2026, I say I'm not going to be focusing on my online shop as much, but I haven't really focused on it that much this year. I had a goal at the beginning of 2025 to focus on my online shop, and that didn't really work out. I tried to with my online store. I did give it a good shot, but and I did a little shop update in March, I think, time. The idea was to do like 3 or 4 throughout the year, and it just didn't happen. I think at the beginning of the year I had quite a bit of like freelance, I say quite a bit, I had some freelance work on that took most of my time and energy, and I just didn't have a lot left to try and make new products and things for my shop. But basically I kind of came to the conclusion within all that I kind of don't want to do that. I've kind of just been getting back down to basics of like what I actually want to do with my art and with my career and my art practice, whatever you want to call it. Like, I've just been getting back down to what do I actually want to do? Like, why did I start doing this? And it wasn't to run an online shop. Like, I think you get on the internet and like there's a lot of illustrators and artists who have online shops, and you think that's pretty cool, you know, I can sell my art things. And then you get into you're selling prints and you're like, oh, maybe prints aren't selling that well, maybe people like stickers, maybe people like this, that and the other, and then before you know it, you're running an online shop and you're making lots of different products. Like I've never sold like a ton of different products. Honestly, my shop is mostly prints, stickers, my little charms now, but like there's not a lot. Hello, Snowy, do you want to sit on my knee? Do you want to come sit on my knee? I think that's a no, but you are in the way. Nixie Noodle, come on in. Come sit on my knee. Come sit on my knee then. Hello my baby. You can come sit with me. You don't want that. No, you don't want that. Nixie. He said he wants to be on the camera instead. You are very handsome. Yeah, so the online store stuff. So I have been running my online store for quite a few years. And the idea really initially was a place so that I could sell my comics and like my art prints and things like that. I mean, I believe initially mostly it was comics that I wanted to sell, and that's kind of where I come back to, because I want to tell stories, in whatever way I end up being able to do that. I want to tell stories, and I feel like the online store thing kind of sidetracked me into feeling like maybe this is a way that I can make money off of my art, rather than like, comics are very difficult. Like, I feel like they're difficult to make money off of, you know, especially when you're self-publishing, you're like an indie publisher. It's like, how do you even do that? So all that to say, I'm not going to be putting a ton of time into my online shop, and I'm not going to be, unless like, I'm not going to rule out to myself, I'm not going to say I am not making any other like products, I'm not doing anything other than prints and comics or whatever. That's not my intention. Like, if I think that would be pretty cool to do and I feel like it would be fun, then I will probably do it, you know, like, because why not? If it's fun and I want to do it, it's like, whatever. But I'm not going to be putting pressure on myself to make new products every however long. I'm not going to be trying to think of new products, new like lines or whatever to do. So without that, what I want to do is I want to transfer, like, move over from my Etsy. I will leave my Etsy open for now, but what I want to do is like move over mostly from my Etsy, so that I'm directing traffic to my website. So I've already kind of started setting up the store through, I use Squarespace, not sponsored. I use Squarespace, and basically I was on like an old plan that wouldn't have allowed me to do it, but I've moved over to a new plan. It's the exact same amount, but I can have an online store. At least that's how I'm understanding it. So I've set up the page, I just don't have anything on it yet. And I've set up, I think I've set up like how I get paid through it. We'll see, I guess, when I don't get paid. No, yeah. So I'm just trying with all of that. So I don't think there was anything else online store. Oh, the other thing that I'm thinking of doing is doing some research into print on demand, so that I can sell to other countries without having to forever navigate shipping dramas from all over, you know, whether it's like what happened with the US, or like when we left the EU, or like, I don't know, even things like the I shipped recently a couple of orders to Canada, and there was the whole post-strike thing, and I'm like, I mean, even within the UK, there's going to be some kind of issues, but it's a lot simpler just to deal with shipping within the UK, within one country, you know, than like trying to navigate the whole kind of thing, which is sad, because I like doing little personalized notes in the orders. Like, I like that it comes from me, but also if my stuff was to get to a bigger, like, if more people were ordering from my shop, I don't want to have to spend my days packing orders and shipping them out and things like that. Like, I do like packing when I have like a few orders, a small amount of orders. I like packing because, I don't know, it feels like packing together a little gift for someone, and like, so hello, I know you just want some love, don't you? So it's like, it's like, I do enjoy it. I'm weird. I enjoy the process of it, but if it did get to the point of having a lot of orders, I don't want to spend half of my week like shipping, and I don't want to be at a point where I'd have to hire other people. Like, it's not what I want to do. So yeah. So basically I'm not. So basically I'm going to look into that and try and figure out comics. I'm not 100% sure if I can do print on demand, like that anyway. I don't really know. I'm gonna have to look into that more, but certainly things like prints and like if I want to do stickers, I'm pretty sure won't be too difficult to do print on demand. And then that allows, because I think then I can link that up to my store and to my Etsy store, and I don't know 100% how it works, but I want to look into that and try and do that so that I can open up shipping to all of the countries, you know, so that wherever people are in the world, if they see something they like, they can get it. That's my like shop plan. So another problem, a big like issue and thing that takes up my time that I don't necessarily want to, is social media. Social media has been a problem with me for a long time. And this year I feel like I've gone from my posting like nothing for like a month to I tried posting like a lot of times a week. Like I posted pretty consistently for a while. For like a month or two, I can't remember, for a while, but I felt like half of my time was going to social media, which I don't want to spend my time on social media. And I think part of the problem was making video content, like specifically short form video content. I also discovered that I don't like making short form video content. I think part of it's like the editing it on my phone, because I just edited it using CapCut, and yeah, I just don't like editing on my phone. And I know that you can on like a desktop or whatever, and I tried doing it on my laptop. I can't, like, it formatted the video weird. I couldn't deal with it. I was like, what is going on? I'm not like a tech savvy person, and I don't like the tech. Like, I can't use it. I am an absolute grandma when it comes to technology. Yeah, social media, technology, it's just, yeah, I don't like editing short form videos. So I also haven't really enjoyed the type of content I'm putting out, I guess. I don't like the business side of things, which, shocker, an artist doesn't like the business side of being an artist. That never happens. But and I'm not saying this is a fantastic strategy, but I feel like I'm taking a step back from heavy social media use. And this does make some kind of sense. So I want my social media to be more like it used to be. I mean, I scrolled back through my Instagram right back to the beginning, and I think I just want it to be more casual, like an open sketchbook page, like me working on something. Like, I want it to be more my art. Like, I want more. And I know that I pulled away from that because I was like, oh, I have to post on social media like X amount of times a week, whatever, and I can't make fresh art all the time. And that's why I'm like, I will post on it when I have something to post. I will post on it. I mean, hopefully I'll be making more art, but I'm not going to post on it in the same way. Like I haven't come up with a specific strategy, so I don't want to talk about it too much. I mean, I'm not even going to be a strategy. It's just I don't know how I'm going to use social media kind of going forwards, because especially TikTok. So like right now I'm like on Instagram and TikTok, and then obviously YouTube. Instagram is easier. I want to post more like still images because I like that. Yeah. I want to post more still images. TikTok, I know you can post videos on TikTok like it's kind of like a carousel on Instagram. I'm not sure what you call it on TikTok, but like you can post the photos and either scroll through them or like they can go through them automatically, like on a timed thing. So I might do that. I might not post on TikTok for a while, I'm not sure. YouTube is a whole other thing. Like I prefer the long form video content. Like I don't mind editing long form video content. I don't like editing stuff like this. I think I mentioned in a really early video, like I don't like editing when I'm just talking to a camera, and the only reason I'm really doing this now is because this is just a chat, and I might put some footage over this. I'm not sure. You'll obviously know like when you're watching this, but because I'd rather edit other stuff than like just my face talking. Like I feel like posting on YouTube, I want to make it more without my face. I want YouTube to be something that's easier. I don't want it to be as heavily edited because I don't want to spend, I will be completely honest, I don't want to spend like a load of time editing YouTube videos, because again, as much as I said like I don't want to be a shop owner or whatever, like I mean I'm gonna be, because I have an online store, so I'm an online store owner, so maybe I should just shut up. But like I want to be an artist. I want to create, I want to tell stories. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be like a content creator or whatever. I want it to be like I'm making YouTube to show you this stuff, you know, like what I'm making, my art, like that kind of thing. And the process of things, not, I don't want it to be a thing of like I'm making content. I'm rambling quite a lot, so I'm gonna stop talking about this now. Anyway, YouTube, again, I don't have a plan for, but we're seeing how it goes. So yeah, that's kind of like going over things that I don't want to do and how I'm going to do them differently, kind of, without a plan, because I'm like 17th of December when I'm filming this, and I don't have a plan for the new year. I'm trying to make a plan, but I've struggled for the last few years. Trying to set goals and things for the next year. So we'll see. I kind of have an overarching kind of North Star and point, but I do feel like I need to plan a bit more detailed, because for me, if I don't have something more detailed, nothing gets done. Like, because I sit there and I'm like, oh, there's all of these things that I need to do. Which thing do I do? And I'm like, so I do need to make more of a plan, but at the same time, I don't want to make like too many goals. I don't know, because I've made like loads of the years, and like whereas I can hit some, I'm often like, no, I often fail miserably and make myself feel worse. So anyway, so the things I do want to do, like I mentioned, I want to concentrate and focus on telling stories and like telling stories, my art, that kind of thing. So within that, I do want to try and get, and I'm putting this on the internet for, I mean, like, probably very few people are going to watch this, but I know it's there. I want to try and get my comics into like brick and mortar stores, like my self-published comics. I just want to try and get them into some places, and have that be an avenue rather than just on the internet, social media, of getting them out there, you know, into the eyes of people, into, you know, people's homes, into the public, into whatever. Like, I just feel like it's probably, I don't know, I want to focus more on that kind of thing. Like, I want to do some markets, you know, like, I mean, I, like, to varying degrees every year I've done some markets, but like I do want to focus more on, yeah, like getting things into shops, doing things more in person. Like, one of my maybe goals, and I'm not sure because I don't know how I feel about it, or like if that's what I want to do, one of my goals is potentially to try and get something published traditionally. I am working on a new graphic novel. It's something that I kind of want to look into. I also want to try and get my picture book Quiet into different, into like the hands of psychologists, like child psychologists, and into schools and places like that. I don't really know 100% how to do that as of yet, but again, I just want it in the hands of the people that I kind of like, not made it for. Like, that's not the only people that I made it for, but like that's one of the places I thought this would be really handy, this would be really useful in a place like in like schools where kids can read this, with psychologists who work with kids with selective mutism. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and figure that out. But so when it comes to my graphic novel, when I talk about traditionally publishing it, I want to get some feedback on it first. So I've kind of looked at a couple of kind of like feedback mentory type options. And I mean, it's all money, and it's an investment, you know? It's like, is it worth it? And I do think that like I miss getting feedback on things. I used, like, even at university, so at university I obviously, like, you did work and then you get feedback from your tutors and stuff, and I don't know, I found that quite valuable. I mean, sometimes I didn't agree, but like on the whole I found it quite valuable. So I do miss that, and I kind of want that for like my new graphic novel, for like comics and things. I like that feedback from people who make comics, from people who are more experienced than me, who have more knowledge, who have whatever. Even people like other people that, not necessarily people who that know a lot, just like people's feedback of like some criticism, some this is what you're doing well, this is what maybe you could improve on, you know, that kind of thing. I miss that, and I feel like maybe I need that, A, to stop thinking that it's terrible, and B, to just like to see, I don't know, and someone else's opinion on whether I should go for a traditional publishing. Anyway, there's all of that. There's some things that I'm going to be focusing on, and also focusing on client work more. I want to work on my portfolio and try and make that the best that it can be. And I want to try and reach out to more potential clients, because I feel like that's something that I've let slide. But again, I kind of want to, and I hate to say it because networking is something that I hate. I'm not good at it. I don't have the social skills to network, honestly. Like, I don't feel like I have the ability, but it's something that I want to get better at, and it's like, I feel like I'd have more chance with more local things, you know? Like, I want to be able to reach out to more local, like, businesses or whatever and be like, hey, I do this drawing thing, do you need drawings? That kind of that kind of vibe. I just want to, I don't know, try and conquer that fear, because I think basically like my big overarching, I can't think of the word, like theme, my theme for 2026 is basically like, do the things that make you scared. Because there are so, like, a lot of the things I've mentioned are things that I put off for a long time because they terrify me, and I don't want to be rejected. I don't want to just even talk about things because I feel like it's like imposter syndrome. I feel like, why am I talking to these people? Why would they want to put my comics in their shop? Why would they want to hire me? Why would, you know, like, there's a lot of imposter syndrome, and yeah, there's a lot of things that scare me, but I feel like they're the things that I need to do. So that's kind of going to be the theme, hopefully, of next year. I'm going to try and do the things that scare me, which is scary, but it's what I want to do. It's what I want to do. I think I've covered most of what I want to cover. As I mentioned at the beginning, this is my last video of 2025. I'm not sure when my first one in 2026 will be, or what it will be. I have to do some thinking over the holiday period, I guess. I'm not sure how much of a break I'm gonna take, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy whatever you're doing over the next few weeks. Whether you celebrate any holiday things or not. It can be a difficult time of year. So take extra good care of yourselves. Remember that you are loved. And if you like this video, please give it a like. If you would like to see more, subscribe. Remember that you are loved. And I will see you in the next video in the new year. So